You know in your heart that something is wrong with you, that you are in some important way broken. This feeling isn't just a passing thought. It is a constant friend who is quiet. It is the noise that fills your life. You see how easy it is for other people to move around in the world, and it makes you feel like you aren't good enough. You think you're missing a part, that you are somehow not done or not whole, that you have to be fixed to be able to take part. This is the main pain. For years you've been looking for the cure. You read the books, you have gotten used to the habits, you have tried to fix the things about yourself that society said were wrong, you have tried to be quieter or louder, more bold or more reserved. You have tried to smooth out your rough edges so that the world sees a polished, seamless version of you. You hope that this time you will finally fit in. And still, the feeling stays. The feeling of being broken stays, and you think it's your own private failure. You look at the crowd and see people who seem whole, even though they're making noise. They seem to be linked. It looks like they know the rules of a game that you can never fully master. You feel like you're looking in on a party you weren't invited to, and you've decided that the problem must be with you. This is the thing that gets you. This is the big lie that has kept you stuck. Look more closely now. Look at the people you want to be with so badly. What do you really see? Hear what they say. There is always noise in the world of them. It is a place where people perform. Everyone is playing a part. They are actors in a play they didn't write, and they are desperate for the other actors to clap for them. They have to prove their worth in order to live. What they own shows that they are. They show it by who they know. They show it by the opinions they have, which they get from others, borrow, and repeat on cue. They want to be seen so badly, but they are also scared of being known. The crowd is made up of people who are trying to fix themselves so that they fit in with the crowd. They talk about other people not because they care, but because it's a way for them to bond over their shared judgment. They complain not because they want to find a solution, but because complaining is a way for them to feel like they are all victims. It is how they prove to themselves that the world is happening to them and that they are not to blame. They are walking in their sleep. They are running after shadows on a wall, scared to look back and see the fire that makes them. You feel like you don't have enough, but they are running away from it. They have chosen to be distracted. They have chosen to be loud. They have decided to believe that the illusion is real because everyone agrees on it. And this is where you started to disagree. This is why they feel you. This is why the crowd doesn't like you on some instinctual level. You, the one who feels broken, are the only one who has stopped to think about the game itself. You are the one who sees. You are the model of someone who is awake. This doesn't mean you're perfect. It doesn't mean you're enlightened in some big final way. It just means that you have stopped playing. You have stepped back and started to wonder, what is this ladder leaning against, while they are busy climbing it. You have also become painfully aware that you are wearing a mask while they are busy polishing theirs. Feeling broken does not mean you have failed. The mask is cracking, and that's what it sounds like. You are the one who backs down. You pull away from the noise. You are alone in quiet rooms, in nature, and by yourself. You aren't hiding. You are getting better. You are adjusting. Finally, you can hear the signal under the noise. You don't need their approval anymore. This is a big change. The applause that they live for is just noise to you now. The validation they want has become a burden for you. You have stopped trying to explain yourself. You have stopped explaining why you have the right to live. You just are. You sit, you look. You look at how the sleeping world works with a new kind of distance. It's not cold, it is clear. You can see how hard they are trying to feel whole. You can see that they are scared. You can see the complicated rules of their social games and the unspoken agreements they make to keep each other in the dark. And you feel kindness. But you don't feel like you have to take part anymore. People in the crowd hate this. The person who isn't playing is a threat to the whole game. The person who isn't looking for their approval shows how weak that approval is. They hate what your quiet presence shows them. They see arrogance in how still you are. They think you're judging them when you don't say anything. Just like they are, they need you to be playing the game of fixing yourself. You need to be just as scared, desperate, and loud as they are. If you don't, it means that all of their frantic work is pointless. Your brokenness is what makes you see. It's the space between the world they pretend is real and the world you are starting to believe is real. So, they need to give you a name. They have to make a disease out of what they don't understand. This is the main way that the world protects itself while people are sleeping. When a lower level of consciousness meets a higher one, it can either wake up, which is scary, or call the higher consciousness crazy, arrogant, or broken. They say you're too sensitive, broken, or inadequate, and they tell you that you overthink everything. Pay close attention. These labels don't mean you have a disease. They are a confession of who they are. When they say you are too sensitive, they are really saying that they have become numb. You're not too sensitive. You're just alive in the right way. You still feel the currents of truth that they have learned to ignore. Your sensitivity isn't a flaw. It's how you see things clearly. But they would have to admit that they were numb in order to say this. So they have to say you're too sensitive to keep their anesthesia safe. When they say you're broken or inadequate, they're really saying that their idea of wholeness is very small. They think that adequate means following the rules. It depends on how you play the game, what you own, and what you say. You are not inadequate for life. You're not good enough for their game. This is not a mistake. This is a great spiritual victory. To keep their own illusion alive, they have to make you look sick. Your calm, real presence is a danger to the whole, weak structure they have built. You are the only person in the room who isn't clapping, and your silence is louder than all the other people clapping. You are the mirror they don't want to look in. They see their own compromise in your eyes. When you are still, they have to feel their own frantic, pointless movement. Because you don't want to be fixed, they have to face the fact that their whole lives are a desperate attempt to fix an image that was never real. So they have to put a label on you. They have to put you in a box. That person is broken. That person is strange. That person is not one of us. This is how they keep the light away from them. This is how they stay asleep. You never felt broken on your own. The world gave you that name because it couldn't handle your wholeness. You weren't broken. You were starting to be real, maybe for the first time. A real person is the scariest thing in an artificial world. So let's get rid of their names. Let's get rid of their wrong diagnoses. It's time to face the truth about the diagnosis. It's time to learn about the deep spiritual forces at work. This comprehension is founded on what we shall refer to as the three great truths of the authentic soul. 1. Your perception is what makes you broken. What you think of as a flaw, disorder, or weakness is actually how a finely tuned, sensitive instrument works. You are not broken, you are open. When they say things they don't mean, you can hear the dissonance in their voices. You can feel the tension in the room, even though no one is talking about it. You can see how their social games are built and how scared they are underneath their acting. This isn't just a dream. This is not crazy. This is clear. People who sleep agree not to see these things. There is a plot to make people numb. They have turned down the volume of their own thoughts to a whisper, and they are mad at you because your thoughts are still loud. Your spirit's natural, healthy rejection of an inauthentic environment is often what you feel as anxiety. What you call depression is often a deep, appropriate sadness over the loss of realness in the world. You don't have a disease because you feel this way. You feel them, so you are healthy. You are the canary in the coal mine, and the other miners are trying to convince you that your sensitivity to gas is the real problem. The friction between your true self and a world that wants you to be false is what makes you feel broken. It doesn't mean you need to be fixed. It means you need to finally and completely trust what you see. 2. Your inadequacy is your honesty. People have told you your whole life that you need to fit in. Your inability to do so has been seen as your biggest failure. The truth is the other way around. Not being able to fit in is your best spiritual defense. It shows that your soul cannot be corrupted. You are not good enough for the game. You are just done with it. You can't talk to people. You can't join in on the gossip. You can't get excited about the goals they all want, the status, the symbols, and the shallow wins. This isn't a problem with social skills. It is a refusal of the soul. Your spirit knows that in order to be a part of their world, you have to give up your own, and you don't want to pay it anymore. This inadequacy you feel is your honesty. It's your truth. You can't buy, shape, or change the core of who you are. This unbreakable core looks like a flaw to the crowd, which is built entirely on compromise. It looks like arrogance. It looks like inadequacy. To them, your refusal to lie is a sign that they are willing to lie. You don't fit in because you're not a piece of a puzzle. You are the whole thing. 3. You are not a project that needs to be fixed. You are a truth that needs to be realized. This is the last big illusion. The idea that you are on a path to becoming worthy, that one day, after a lot of work, healing, and meditation, you will finally be fixed. This is the best joke of all. You are never broken. The idea of fixing means something that is always perfect and never changes. But you are not a robot. You are a conscious being that is alive, breathing, and changing. You are a process. These flaws, imperfections, and scars are not mistakes that need to be fixed. They show you where to go. They are the parts of you that have made it possible for you to see. They are the holes that let the light in. The person you have been trying to fix is the one who knows the truth. You've been trying to fix the one part of you that is truly alive. You don't need to fix yourself. You need to stop believing that you were ever broken. You have to stop fighting with yourself. You have to accept your own big, complicated, imperfect whole. This is the real job. It is not to add, but to take away. To stop using the labels, to stop needing their approval, to stop looking for a cure, and to just be the deep, perceptive, and whole person you already are. To accept these truths is to choose a path that is, by its very nature, walked alone. This is what the reframe costs. This is what it costs to see. Don't think for a second that the crowd will cheer you on when you stop playing their game. Don't think that when you accept your whole self, they will suddenly realize they were wrong and apologize for misdiagnosing you. They won't. In fact, they will probably get angrier. The best way to reject their world is to accept who you are quietly. You take away their only source of power over you when you stop needing to be fixed. They will no longer be able to understand you. To them, you will be a ghost at the feast. You have to be okay with people not getting you. This is the high cost of being real. You have to be okay with being alone. But let's be very clear about this feeling of being alone. It's not the deep, painful loneliness of someone who feels broken and is trying to get in. This is a new kind of loneliness. The mountaintop is a clean, wide, and empty place to be alone. The person who has stopped running is still. It is not the pain of not being good enough anymore. It is the deep, quiet solitude of clarity. You will see them keep dancing frantically, and you will feel a deep compassion for them, but you will no longer want to join them. At the family table, you'll hear the words, but you'll also hear what they mean. And you will not say anything, and they will call your lack of speech judgment. Let them. You will leave conversations that are based on noise. You will turn down invitations to take part in rituals of shared falsehood. You will choose the path of realness over and over, even if it means going it alone. This is how much it costs. It costs you your own soul to buy it back. And it's the only thing you can buy that is worth anything. I am here to give you the permission you have been waiting for your whole life, because the world will not give it to you. You don't have to keep trying to fix yourself. The fighting is over. You can stop fighting. You are not a task. You are not a problem that needs to be fixed. You are allowed to be quiet. You don't have to make noise to fill the silence. You don't have to explain why you're still. Your silence is a safe place, not an empty space. It's okay if you let them down. This is the deepest kind of freedom. You have to let them down. Their disappointment is the sound of their hopes being crushed by the truth. You are not to blame for their false beliefs. You have my permission to leave. From the argument you know is pointless. From the room that makes you feel bad. From the people who want you to be smaller so they can feel bigger. You don't have to tell everyone that you're leaving. You can just go away. You have my permission to trust your sensitivity. If a person or place feels wrong, it is wrong. Stop looking for proof from the outside world for something that is true inside. Your perception is like a compass. You can trust it completely. I give you permission to be inadequate, to happily fail the tests of a world that is asleep, to be a bad actor in their play, to lose their game and, in doing so, get back your whole life. You are not broken. You are just done with the illusion. And that's the end of your journey. If this path back to the truth speaks to you, I invite you to sign up and turn on notifications so we can keep going on this journey together and learn more. So be quiet. Let the world of noise keep going. It doesn't have anything for you. The big search is done. The hunt to fix the problem. You looked for it all over. You tried to cut it out, heal it, give it medicine, and get over it. But you could never find it. You could never find it, because it never was there. The thing you thought was your most broken, shameful part was always the signature of your soul that no one else saw. It showed how deep you were in a world of surfaces. It was the sound of your honesty in a world where people make deals. It was the pain of your perception in a world that doesn't feel anything. You were never broken. You were, and you are, devastatingly, magnificently, and completely all.